Welcome to another RS Bites video. In this video, we will be considering the attitude of humanists towards euthanasia. Firstly, what is euthanasia? Euthanasia and assisted dying are both ways of ending a person's life before its natural end. Euthanasia is currently illegal in the UK. The British Humanist Association argues that the quality of life of an individual is important to consider when discussing the issue of euthanasia. If they believe that their life is no longer worth living, then, humanists argue, they should be allowed to be euthanized. Humanists argue that the individual knows when their life becomes unbearable, and all humans should have the freedom to choose when they can end their lives. By legalizing euthanasia, those who are suffering are given greater control over their lives, and they could maintain their dignity before a condition leads their body to deteriorate. Humanists do not believe in God and so reject the concept that life is sacred. Humanists want euthanasia to be legalized to allow people the opportunity to make a free choice when it comes to the end of their lives. They do not oppose palliative care. This is care which focuses on the relief of pain and suffering. However, they do wish to see euthanasia as a possible alternative. Tony Nicholson is one example of a humanist who has campaigned for the legalization of euthanasia. Tony had locked-in syndrome, a condition that prevented him from moving and speaking. He felt his life was undignified and full of misery, and as such, he wanted to end his own life. Tony campaigned in the UK courts for the legalization of euthanasia, but he died before any changes were made. There are some locations in the world where euthanasia is legal, such as the Netherlands, and assisted suicide is legal in Switzerland. However, there is a risk that any family member who helps a loved one to be euthanized could face prosecution once they return to the UK. However, the courts in the UK have said that if it can be shown that the family member has acted with compassion and that the person who has died did so voluntarily and in an informed way, then they would not be prosecuted. Have a think now about the arguments that a Catholic might make against these humanist views. Remember, the Catholic Church is opposed to euthanasia, but there are some other Christians who might argue that allowing euthanasia is the most loving thing to do. In fact, the former Archbishop of Canterbury, Lord Carey, has spoken out in favour of euthanasia in 2014. Thanks for watching, and make sure you press the subscribe button below so you don't miss the next video.